So, we're still in the museum. And now we can read the guide. That was up there. Before that, we're gonna eat a little bit because I think we are starving. And we need to drink too. Let's have a bit of milk. Alright, should be right. Yes. And now we're gonna read that book that we found, just to understand a little bit more how this place is working. Curator's Guide. The Curator's Guide is the complete guide to the Dragonborn Gallery. It contains lots of useful tips about the museum displays, mechanics, quests and more. You can also use the guide to instantly move to any room in the museum, locate Orien and keep track of your total display count. Okay. Well, we wanted to find him, but for now we're gonna read a bit just to understand how it works. This guide outlines the specifics of utilizing all the functions of this museum. It can also be used to quickly find your way to specific areas of the museum without having to wander around or to locate the curator. Simply read the Curator's Guide again to transport to a chosen area of the museum, or select Find Curator to locate Orien in the museum. It will mark him with a quest marker until you interact with him again. The transportation feature can only be used in museum-related areas. Guild House and the Safe House. We don't know yet what this thing is. If the book is lost somehow, it will respawn by the front door of the museum. Displays. You can place any unique item which has a display in its designated location by clicking on the display while the item is on your inventory. Click again to remove it. Displays will ignore all equipped and favorited items. All items put on display are stored inside the museum's display safe located in the museum office behind the Hermaeus Mora's painting. Oh, there is an office behind the Hermaeus Mora's painting. The safe is for emergency use only. If you need to retrieve an item, simply take it from its display manually. There are several displays in the museum which appear to be vacant of a display activator. These displays will become available when the relic for it is in your inventory as you enter the area with the display. These are for relics which have variant versions such as Redguard sword or Azura staff. Supported mode. Legacy offer patches for variety of modes which range from simply conflict resolution to museum displays. Those patches are ESL flagged, which do not take space in your loader order. Download the full mod installer for our patches and run it after your full mod list is installed and activated to ensure all patches you need are installed. Come see the Legacy Nexus page for instructions on creating official supported patches for other mods. Using our official system will fully integrate your displays into the museum. Complete with prep station and CM check support. Display count passing. Most of Legacy's quests and features are handled by your display count. Certain quests become available as your display count increase, and patrons will visit the museum and leave you donations in the box by the front door starting at 50 display. They donate randomly each day based on total display count. It's best to install Legacy at the start of your game to get the most out of it and so it progresses naturally. Prep station. In the museum office, you will find a prep station for displays. When used, all items from your inventory which are not already on display and not equipped, favorited or added to the exclusion list, see safe house feature that follows, will be placed in the museum safe and the display enabled. There is one prep station which handles all displays. While the prep stations are processing the item list, displays cannot be placed or removed manually, and the safe cannot be emptied. This process generally takes between a few seconds to a couple of minutes, depending on how many items from the different galleries you have with you at a time. Displays will generally prefer accepting replicas of items first, but the prep station can be configured in a number of ways to accept them first, last, only, or never, in addition to some other useful configurable functions. Centralized storage, museum office, gallery of natural science, airship, guild house, guild field stations, and all excavation base camps have access to a centralized stack of crates that provide menu-based access to all storage inside the safe house. There is also an optional spell you can activate in the MCM menu which allows remote access to this feature. Jewelry. A jewelry case in the upper hall of E-rolls can have item display via the prep station or by simply adding an item into the cabinet at the base. These models will update dynamically to match any model replacer that affect unique jewelry. All displays disappear and refresh with any jewelry that is present in the case. Book sets. Special bookcases are in place to accept and display book sets. Using the prep station will display one copy of each book automatically, or the shelf can be activated to either remove all of that set or place any missing books of that set you may have onto the shelf. Book sorting. Once you have all your unique and rare books sorted via the prep station or manually placed, you can empty the rest into the book returns on the lower floor of the library. After emptying your books into the return, activate the card catalog sorter next to it. The books will then be sorted into the various category bookcases on that floor: alphabetical, numerical, spells, skill books, notes, journal, etc. Please note that skill books which have been read are sorted alphabetically and are no longer recognized by the game as being a skill book, and hence do not sort to the skill book case. Library reader function. After sorting books, use the left card catalog to update the book list. All books stored or displayed in the library can be read simply by sitting in any of the chairs of the library. Your inventory will then be populated with all books from the book list, and upon standing once again, the book will be removed. Shipment crate. The museum office has a large delivery crate which can receive items from shipment crates placed in various places across SKYRIM. By default, each of the carriage drivers have a museum shipment crate which you can place any item in to have it delivered to the museum for you. Once activated, the content will be delivered 5 hours later. The MCM menu allows you to optionally enable or disable the carriage crates in exterior location crates and or vanilla player house crates. Scribe's deck. Lucien's desk in his office can be used to make copies of quest books previously found so that you can have an extra on display. It's best to turn the book in first to ensure the quest does not bug. Then make a copy. The station can also make paper rolls which are needed by breaking down ruined books. A supply cabinet is also kept stocked behind the desk. Printing press. This station is a variation of the scribe's desk in the museum office, which can be used to copy specific quest books for display. It is recommended that you wait until after you turn in the original, as the prep station and display may take the quest specific instance of the book rather than the copy. The system will track what quest items have come through your inventory and make the copy receipt available for the books at the time, and the original is not required at the time you make it. Mannequin configuration. 2 mini mannequins in the museum office can be activated to swap the mannequins in the armory from being set with half male mannequins and half female mannequins, or can be set to all male. Use the half male option if you prefer using a mannequin replacer mode. Make sure to empty the mannequin before swapping their states, or item will be lost. Paintings. Paintings which are acquired throughout Skyrim can be manually placed in any of the paintings locations in the museum. Using the museum safe to empty all display will also remove the paintings. Quest items, displays, and replicas. Quest items which are turned in or not obtainable again cannot typically be displayed. Instead, a replica workstation is in the office and safe house workshop, which allow construction of replicas to be used for display. Quest items you retain after the quest can be displayed manually, but will typically not sort via the prep station to avoid accidentally removing a needed item during the quest. To make replica items, you simply have to have acquired the item during play, but do not have to currently have it in hand to make a replica, like when making replicas of general items. Requires legacy to be loaded when item was found. Once a replica has been crafted, the option is removed and further copy can be made only if the MCM option is set to allow crafting duplicates. The replica station will also create replicas of most items as long as you have them in your inventory. This will allow you to display a replica and use the original if you wish. Replicas do not have tampering receipts and are generally weaker and unenchanted. These replicas are not meant to be usable enchanted versions. Quest achievement exhibits. Upon completing major quest lines such as guild quests, main quests, etc., an exhibit in the museum will permanently enable when entering the room. If these displays do not enable properly because of a mod conflict, you can enable them using the MCM configuration menu, display management section. Exploration exhibits. When exploring Dwemer ruins, Nordic ruins, or Snow Elf ruins, various displays will enable automatically in the Hall of Lost Empires or in the cultural exhibits in the lower halfway of the Hall of Heroes. Alternately, if these displays are not working for you, you may enable them in the MCM configuration menu. Doomstone and Shrine displays. These displays will enable when receiving a blessing from the corresponding stone or shrine. Doomstone do not need to have their blessing accepted. The stone just have to be activated to get the display. Safe house features. Supply sorting. Wow, man. It's a lot of things. Look at that, man. Hours of reading. Oh. Superior society. Safe house feature. We don't even know what the safe house is. Well, what we know is that we can find Orien, and I think we needed to find him. We needed to find him to ask him for the room downstairs. In the Hall of Heroes, okay. So I guess if we look in the local map, the Hall of Heroes, okay. Let's find the Hall of Heroes. Okay, that was in our inventory. That was what we just bring back. Is that the Hall of Heroes? Exhibit hall. Library. Okay, this is not this way. This is not this way. I guess this is the display for the quest we done for. Well, we still need to do some more. I think we got to use Nettleband to retrieve the sap from the tree, and probably it's gonna update when we get this piece of tree. The Hall of Heroes, man. Safe house, museum, storefront, solitude, find Redguard. Maybe upstairs. Because I don't see nothing saying Hall of Heroes. What is this? Glass bow of the stag prince. Maybe that's what he gave us. Because I've never seen this thing. Nettleband. Wow. You can't have this. Thank you. We need it. Or maybe that was just a copy. That's our amulets, man. The guy stole our amulets. Yeah. Whole library. So it's I don't know where is this for unlock this key is required.
My, it's starting to get a bit dusty in here. What can I do for you?
Anything new for me?
Oh yes, I have in fact been researching the location of an artifact of interest. If you have the time, you could investigate it. I'll mark the location on your map. Let me know if you uncover anything. Farewell.
Let's not finish.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. I'm having... what's the story behind the hidden room under the Dragonborn Hall?
Oh, the Hall of Secrets. I had all but forgotten about it, to be honest. When we broke ground on the foundation of the museum expansion, we accidentally broke through into a sealed-off chamber that was built under the Pelagius wing of the Blue Palace. When I asked them about it, it apparently used to be some sort of panic room for Pelagius when he was in one of his more violent manic episodes. They sealed it off long before the rest of the wing and forgot all about it. I asked for permission to use the room as a bit of a secret storage vault in case Solitude was ever invaded. I would store the relics there and lock down the museum. They gave permission and I had the tunnel finished and access in the hall made.
Could I use it as a private display space?
Certainly. I suppose if you are ever in need of a place to store items of a more questionable nature, that room would be ideal. I'll go ahead and outfit it for you, but I'll take a nobody asks, nobody tells approach to it, and you do with the room as you like. And I won't plan on taking any tours down there either. I should have it all cleaned up for you by tomorrow.
Okay. So what's next?
Very simple. You keep doing what you're doing and stop in here from time to time if you find anything interesting. Have a look around and find the spot to display it. In addition to displaying the spoils of your adventures, I will commission and build exhibits based on those exploits. Anything of relevant consequence can be inspiring to the people. See you around.
See you around. So, this place we found, he says we can expose some questionable stuff. Things that we find and we are not supposed to have, I guess. He's talking about Pelagius wings. We don't know what this is. We got a lot to learn. But, well, thing is simple. From time to time we come, we talk to him, and if he's got some stuff he knows about, he tells us and we go and get it. And if we collect some rare artifacts in our journeys, we come here, we drop it to the museum. Whether we give him a copy, whether we give him the original is pretty much the same, because we ain't gonna sell the original. So what he gave us something, mark it on the map for us. The Cloak of Raggatt. Find Noster's helmet. Oh, that's the beggar. Find a book about the merchant trade. Oh. We have a lot of secondary quest activity. And yeah, we got some stuff to deliver. And there's another thing we need to do. Wow, we got to return. Alright, we'll do that. There's a crafting manual to collect from the caster, but we ain't gonna do that right now because we got already plenty armors of different styles. At some point, maybe. For now, we are in light armor, so. It's gonna take quite some time before we fill up this place, but at least we know we got a place where we can store our pretty things that we don't want to sell. And as I don't want to store them in my private home, the rest is gonna be a peaceful place, like really where we forget.
One of the perks of fighting in the arena is everyone in the city knows your name. Some people don't like the fame, but not me.
Doody-doo, 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 doody-doo. Kinda catchy.
There's always plenty plants in this town. Who are you?
Hello, friend.
Hello. Oh no, you don't follow.
All right then.
All right.
Hey, wanna play tag?
Oh, don't play with Chij.
Yes? Papa says I won't see Rogvir anymore, but he wouldn't tell me why not.
What those people are doing in the cemetery. You don't look good, boy. What happened to you?
Oh, hello.
Hello. What brings you here?
We're paying our respects to me dead husband. Henry and I lost his father in the war. Now, I do what I can to get by and care for Henry.
Must be hard. I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you, we manage. I just have to keep Henry entertained and out of trouble. That's the really hard part.
Is that Henry be with you? What's... okay. Is Henry your child? Yeah.
Hi there.
Hi.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
How are you?
Oh, okay, I guess. It's hard with Father gone. I really miss him. I wish I were older. Then I'd join up with the Legion and get my revenge on those Stormcloak rebels who killed Father. But Mother says I can't join until I'm 17.
Even 17, I think is a bit too young. You know.
Chug a mug of mead and another mug of mead. Chug another mug of mead till you fall down. Miracle of a song, that.
You'll help me. You help people, right? That's what you do.
Oh, seriously, here, have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. All right then.
Alright.
I found the bone. I've brought it to you, but still I am refused.
Okay, other than that, we got something else to do. It's about a boat. And
Huh? What? Who are you? Oh, you come to steal my dragon breath mead? Well, too bad. Some fellow already did that.
who stole your mead?
Oh, real clumsy drunk. Bald as a chicken egg and a face with just as much expression. A brown egg, though. Redguard with white whiskers and beggar clothes as dirty as the wrong end of a horker. Drank it all, he did. You see that thief. You tell him he's a bad sneak, and his breath smells like a troll scratch. Also, mead.
The man you describe bears a resemblance to you.
He does? That's not good. People might mistake him for me. I got a reputation to protect. You know, being nobility and all.
My apologies, my lord. I didn't realize.
Here's your mistake. What with the state of my tunic, and the fact that I sleep on the street.
The big
Sure, I could shop at Radiant Raymond. Maybe buy that house. What's it called? Proud Spire Manor. But that would exhaust 1/10 of my fortune. I mean, what's it going for? 5 gold pieces? 7, maybe?
Oh, there
And you got to
once was a
furnish it
hero
too.
named Veronique the Vicious,
It'd be a
who
bit
fought
foolish to
against evil
squander
and
my
all
fortune on
things
something I
pernicious.
don't need.
Okay. Are you from around these parts?
Oh, by the divines, no. I come from a little town known as Rorikstead. It's a fine hamlet, but I know that Xanatar had bigger things planned for me. Through his wisdom, I was guided here to solitude, and true to his word, it turned out to be a great place to make an honest living. Every day I walk out to the market and collect seed money for my business venture. At first, I wasn't even doing that. I just came out to get a little sun, look at the competing businesses, and start milling the grain in my head.